And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. We have news of the day for the 1st of March, 2022. Back to this game. I know it's been a couple days. Been thinking about doing this game. There's been a lot of news going on, obviously, in the world since the last one that I did. And obviously, part of this game is to play the GeoGuessr game, learn about the locations of the news events that are happening around the world. That said, the news going on with Ukraine and Russia and that whole region probably warrants its own GeoGuessr news of the day game. But I also want to bring some news that most people don't normally see, or some fun news, because oftentimes news can be a little down, depressing, whatever the case may be, and want to bring a little more positivity in being able to do these games. That said, willing to do anything that you want to see. If that means news of the day, special edition, Ukraine edition, whatever, let me know. Comment down below. This is all about you. So let's just get into this. I already see somebody's already played this game, which is interesting, because I did upload this game about an hour or two ago. I have work, I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and it's hard for me to do this stuff right as soon as I do it. So it's interesting, somebody already looked up and somebody's already played this and got 21,988. Congratulations to you. This is why I love this community on All Over the Map. So with that said, we're going to get into this. We're going to play this as we normally do, as a no time limit moving allowed challenge. And we're going to invite you to play along. That person already found this, so that's cool. But let's get into it and talk about the 5 news events of the day. Okay, so we've got Anchor Point, Alaska. So I saw this, discovered this, because there's an interesting news article out of Anchor Point, Alaska today. But didn't realize the sign when I clicked on developing this map. It's North America's most westerly highway point. You learn something new every day when I play this game. That's why I love doing it. Hopefully you've learned something new, that now in the United States of America, you can go to Anchor Point, Alaska, and know that you've been to the most westerly highway point. But that's not why we're here. We're here because a man was saved after clinging to ice chunk in Alaska's Cook Inlet. An Alaskan man walking on the shoreline wound up clinging to a chunk of ice for more than 30 minutes in frigid water when the shoreline ice broke loose and carried him out into Cook Inlet. Jamie, maybe it's probably Jamie Snedden, 45 of Homer, Alaska, was rescued Saturday near the community of Anchor Point on the Kenai Peninsula. He was taken to hospital where he was treated for hypothermia. He's expected to recover, which is good. But he was swept out 300 yards into the inlet, which is, I guess, at the entrance out here somewhere. So 300 yards, it's a good ways out there on a piece of ice here in Anchor Point, Alaska. So I'm sure he was out here walking his dog or doing something. But in any case, let's find out where this is. The most westerly highway point. So Anchorage is here. We've got Homer there. We said guy's from Homer, so he probably came up here to go for a walk or do something here at Anchor River State Recreation Area. And this is it. That's the end of the road. Anchor Point Road is the most westerly point, I guess, on the Sterling Highway. So there it is. There is the Cook Inlet into Anchorage. So ships would pass through here, would pass through there going into Anchorage, Alaska. So let's guess that. And we were 62 yards, 5,000 points, and then off to the next news event of the day. By the way, all the news links to these articles are in the description below. And as I take a sip of my water, excuse me for that, a little dry here where I am today. Okay, so we're on a bridge overlooking basically where I'm guessing Asia meets Europe on the Bosphorus Strait. Yes, the Bosphorus Strait. Bosphorus. How a 1936 treaty could force Turkey to take sides in the Ukraine war. So, yes, we got a couple articles today around Ukraine and the region. And again, not sure you probably see and hear a lot of these news where you are in the world. Well, I want to make sure that is this something that you're interested in, because it is. It is. There's a lot of maps that we could play, noting locations of certain things that are going down. I'm happy to do a special edition news events of the day, but again, comment down below to what you want to see, or we can stick with the interesting news articles of stuff like the guy on the ice flow. Turkey has officially labeled Russia's invasion of Ukraine as a war and said it will restrict some warships from passing through key waterways in a move that experts said could potentially hinder some of Moscow's military activities in the area. So basically, they're going to close off this as per the provisions of this 1936 convention. It's an interesting article, and interesting talks about the Montreux Convention. The convention gives Turkey certain control over the passage of warships from Dardanelles to Bosphorus Straits that connect the Aegean, Marmara, and the Black Sea. So, could this present a problem? Yes, it could. I'm not really sure what this means, other than that they could block this waterway that you see here from ships going through. And if we take a look at this on the map, you see here's Ukraine, here's Moldova, Romania, Bulgaria, all in this. Here's Crimea. In the Black Sea, there's a lot of ships right now currently in the Black Sea. And for them to exit, they have to come through the Bosphorus Strait here, Istanbul, and into the Sea of Marmara, and out into the Mediterranean. Well, if you close this off, where are these ships to go? What does it prevent? It prevents Russian ships from getting out, but it also prevents probably NATO or American ships from coming in. So, again, just an interesting, I guess, data point here in this war that hopefully can end soon, because I know it's stressful and it's caused a lot of problems for a lot of people. So, in any case, we want good things to happen, right? We were here on the Yavuz Sultan Bridge. I'll just leave it at that. I think we were right there at the entrance from the Black Sea into the Bosphorus Strait, and we were 87 yards, 5,000 points. Turkey there. Okay, so now we are back to what today is Mardi Gras in New Orleans, right? So this is, I believe this is Bourbon Street. There's the NOLA police. Got balls just doing it. Always interesting what you find in New Orleans, Nolans, as they say. We've got blues, bourbon, and beads. Blues, bourbon, and beads. Mardi Gras. So there we are. There's no cover at this place. There's a lot of stuff going on in New Orleans. That is for sure. I have not been to New Orleans. It's a place that, it's Navy Week. There we are. So let's take a look at this. New Orleans hosts its first, if I can get this to come up. There we go. New Orleans hosts its first full dress Mardi Gras since 2020. So it's been a couple years because of COVID. People are out to party as New Orleans' first full dress Mardi Gras since 2020 dawns Tuesday, with a day of back-to-back parades through the city, and masks against COVID-19 required are only indoor public spaces. Parade routes are shorter than usual because there aren't enough police for the standard ones, even with officers working 12-hour shifts as they always do in Mardi Gras and the end of Carnival season leading up to it. So an interesting article there, just back to normal when it comes to Mardi Gras and New Orleans, what it's famous for. One of the things it's famous for, I should say. So there we are. Let's take a look at, let's try to find the French Quarter on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. A lot of fun, I'm sure, going on there today and through the evening. Jackson Square and Bourbon Street is Louis Armstrong Park. So we'll recommend this place to visit. Yeah, we're a little further. There we go. Toulouse. A lot of French. Oh, what is going on? Was not allowing me to go in there. Saints and Sinners. And I think Royal Sinesta. I think we were. What do we have? 413 Bourbon Street. $424. Yeah, I think we're... Well, no, that's Pier 424. But I think we're there. No. I don't see Crescent City. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Good words to abide by. That's... Yeah, I think we're here. I think this is where we are. That's exactly where we are. 3 yards. Fat Tuesday is what it is. All right, we go from New Orleans to Kharkiv here in Ukraine. And, yeah, I mean, this is... Anyway, let's get into this. Russia bombs Kharkiv's Freedom Square and Opera House. Yeah, I'm not going to play this on here, but Russian missiles and rockets have hit the cultural heart of Ukraine's second largest city, what officials said was a deadly and cruel attack. An opera house, concert hall, government offices were hit in Freedom Square, center of northeastern city of Kharkiv. At least 10 people were killed, 35 were injured. And yeah, so again, I'm not going to play that. If you want to play it, you can. The link is in the description below. But essentially... this place was bombed, as was this square. So, yeah, this is the world that we live in today. And, just pray for peace and pray for that everybody, thinks better of the situation, at least from one side. I'll leave it at that. And I will just play this game and find out where Kharkiv's Freedom Square is. So again, this game could take a couple different routes. It's really up to you. I know that there are people that are interested in this. Like, where is this? I've seen this on the news, especially in the United States. Where is this? Oftentimes, the news is now showing in the United States where these locations are, but oftentimes you don't see the actual square and what it looks like. Here's the beauty of this, this place, and it's been destroyed, right? So hopefully we can get back to this beauty of this square, right? And just wanted to play this game and show people that this is where this is. It's a real thing. So now Freedom Square is the Shevchenko City Garden, I think. We are... Huh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Freedom Square. What happened? Yeah, right here. I knew it was somewhere around here. Yeah, here it is. Here's the building that was destroyed, the Kharkiv Regional State Administration building. Savabadi Square. Patrick Irish Pub, interesting. Okay, so I think we are there in this picture. Yes, we are. 5,000 points, 5 yards. Kharkiv. Okay, so we've got another interesting, this is a little more of, we've got some documents there. Got some big books here. So obviously a political seat of some sort, right? An interesting political venue, but it is a political venue where all the politicians decide on things for the people, I guess, or maybe for themselves. Not sure what that says, but a nice seat of government for some sort. I always think this is pretty interesting. You sit here, wherever this is, we'll find out in a minute, and you've got these interesting characters looking at you with nothing on. Statues. Interesting. Anyway, this is Finland. So Finland's sending arms to Ukraine. Members of Parliament to discuss NATO on Tuesday. Finland will provide anti-tank weapons and assault rifles to help Ukraine defend itself against the Russian assault. And yes, the Prime Minister, she said that she'll send some arms to Ukraine. First batch to be sent today, Tuesday, the 1st of March. And here's the other thing, is the members of Parliament to discuss NATO on Tuesday. Ask about a possible Finnish application to join NATO. Marin said that there will be a parliamentary debate in that building beginning today. I'm sure it's probably already occurred by the time we've done this. She pointed out that a citizens' initiative calling for a NATO referendum, which on Friday gathered the required 50,000 signatures to be for consideration by Parliament. She declined her own personal view, but understood that Finns' views on NATO have changed as a result of Russia's hostilities. It says here that 53% of Finns support NATO membership, a dramatic jump from previous polls. So it's interesting. So this will be an interesting. I don't know what will come of this today. We'll see. But an interesting development nonetheless. And what's interesting to me is now for the first time, I've seen the inside of Parliament in Finland, which, again, learned something new, just like the westernmost highway in the United States. So we're going to get off to Helsinki. And I know there's a word for this in this Parliament in Finnish. I'm just not sure of what it is until I see it. And I think it's... Yes, here it is. The Eduskunta. Eduskunta is the Parliament, the neoclassical seat of Finnish governance. There, near the Mannerheiminentie. And I'm sure a lot of the members of Parliament either go to Junk E Vegan or Ravintola Gusta. I'm sure they go to some of these places here in Finland. Let's guess that. And there we were, the seat of Parliament, seat of government in Finland. 5,000 points for a grand total of 25,000 points for this game that saw us go from Alaska to the events in Ukraine, the Bosphorus Strait, New Orleans, and Mardi Gras, and Finland Parliament. So hopefully you enjoyed this game. Again, the links to the news articles are in the description below. This game will continue, news of the day. We'll try to get it out as much as possible on a daily basis. It can be tough with kids, work, school, all that stuff that I have for going on in my world. But I'll try to do this. I'm even thinking about, should I do special editions, news of the day, special edition, Ukraine war, and the locations. Comment down below. I want to hear what your interest level on this game is. And I'll play the games that you want me to play. So with that said, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button. And until next time, cheers.